Hi everybody, it's time for your Farm and Ranch news. Well, hey, it looks like the USDA has announced $1 billion in loan guarantees for rural businesses, along with farmers and ranchers. And the department also has increased options for producers to defer loan payments to the Farm Service Agency. Now, USDA's Rural Development has set up $1 billion in loan guarantees for rural businesses to help with capital needs during this ongoing coronavirus pandemic. And farmers and ranchers who aren't eligible for traditional FSA loans could also be eligible, they say, for the new loan program dubbed the USDA Business and Industry CARES Act program. FSA will broaden the use of the disaster set-aside loan provision normally used in the wake of natural disasters to allow farmers and ranchers with USDA ag loans who are affected by COVID-19 and are determined eligible to have their next payment set aside. Of course, for more details, please give your local FSA office a call today. In some other news, the University of Wyoming's extension entomologist Scott Shell is now warning landowners across our region to be on the lookout for a possible high grasshopper year. He said mid-May through June is the best time to check for grasshoppers hatching in large numbers to help prevent them from causing extensive damage. Grasshopper outbreaks are kind of difficult to prevent when spring weather is favorable to their survival, and conditions that may have reduced grasshopper predators or even pathogens are beyond the landowner's control. Shell says good grazing management, though, to reduce bare ground is still one possible prevention method, and that's because bare ground favors some pest grasshopper species. He also suggests contacting your local county weed and pest control district for other grasshopper treatment type options. Well, stay with us. We have more ag news coming your way. To the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, common grocery store items like eggs and meat and even baked goods have seen their largest month-over-month spike in price since February of 1974. Overall, American consumers paid about 2.6% for more groceries in April than what they did in March. Egg prices rose over 16% in April compared to March, and animal proteins as a whole increased by over 4%. Meanwhile, baked goods were up nearly 3% month over month, while fruits and vegetables were up 1.5%. Of course, supply chain issues and increased demand are still cited as the reasons for the recent price increases. And finally today, the Montana Department of Livestock is proposing a change to the boundary of the designated surveillance area for brucellosis. The proposed administrative rule change is in response to the discovery of 2 brucellosis-exposed elk in the Ruby Mountains outside of the current DSA boundary. Now, the boundary adjustment, they say, will help to ensure that cattle and domestic bison at risk of exposure to infected wildlife are included in the disease surveillance efforts. Of course, wild elk and Yellowstone National Park bison are still the last known reservoirs of brucellosis in the entire country. Additional information and the proposed rule can be found on the department's website, and comments can be submitted via email. Also, keep in mind that you can submit your comments, but you have to do so no later than the close of business on June 18th. Well, that's a look at your Farm and Ranch news. Have a great day.